DDP Studios, and you know what? I'm at the MP Pop-Up Art Show that's happening in downtown Toronto right now. MP, of course, is from Mark Pellegrino, who is one of the greatest supporters of young artists in Toronto. And tonight we are featuring, well, actually, Mark is featuring Josh McPherson. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Josh. And Josh, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fabulous. It's been a wonderful evening so far.
Yeah?
Yeah. Amazing turnout.
Yeah, it's been a great turnout. And you know what? I'm noticing all kinds of red dots all over the place that are popping up. And so
been pretty good. I think sold probably about 5 or 6 pieces so far.
Oh, that's good. Now let's talk about your art, because we're talking about this is digital work that you're doing and you're creating. So how do you create that, and then how does it make it to its way to the canvas?
It can be a very long process. Sometimes I don't necessarily know what I'm doing when I first do it. So usually what I do is I'll start off with a sketch of an image, and then I'll take a picture and then upload that to Photoshop or whatever art program I'm using at the time, and then apply probably anywhere up to about 6 to 30 different layers of textures, filters, and masks over it.
That's a lot of layers.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
It is. I think the longest time I spent on an image has been probably about maybe 4 days.
That's incredible. That's incredible. Now, and we're looking around here, and I know that Jean-Claude is taking shots, and then we can see that you have all kinds of different images, and you have all different kinds of, not mediums, are textiles. That's what I want to say. You've got different finishes on all your different pieces.
Yeah.
And so is that like you continuously like to do something different, or?
Oh yeah, I love to try different things all the time and experiment, and especially like with some of the metal ones here, I love to play with it, where having a glossy or a matte finish can definitely change the shadow or the emotion that's conveyed in an image as well. So lighting can be a very, very important thing with our work.
Okay, and I guess, and you do a lot of custom work as well.
Yeah.
So I've been noticing, like here, like you know, as talking with some of your clients that are coming in here, people that are purchasing, that you've mentioned that if they wanted something changed, like if they wanted to go from a matte finish to like a gloss finish, that could be done, or it can also at the same time you can actually make something larger or smaller.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it can change the medium to anything that you like. So it can switch from metal to acrylic, to wood, to leather, to even neoprene or canvas. And anything from sizes can be changed, proportions, color of the image, and yeah.
Now let's talk about the subjects, because you have a lot of different subjects going on here. You know, you've got, I mean, we've seen pink flamingos, we're seeing all kinds of beautiful men, you know, who are pretty much semi-nude, or if not nude. And then we're seeing kind of glamorous women.
Yes.
So how does that all come together?
I don't know. I think it just comes from different experiences that I have with different people that I meet, who maybe act as sort of like a muse for me, depending upon the situation. So with some things, some of them are quite personal to me, like Sorrow here. That was one that I did after my grandmother passed away. A couple of other ones. My family was also very religious as well, so I did the one Rapture with the angels. So that's sort of like more of my background with my family. Okay. And then more fun things like the more of the sci-fi fantasy sort of genre with Mother Nature over here, and then the sea nymph. So I love playing, especially anything around mythology and legends. I love.
Okay, now as an artist, because we need to know this, because Josh also does a lot of designing outside of creating art, but you also do some jewelry as well. Is that what you're doing? You
Yeah, I work with a local jewelry designer here in Toronto, and it's been amazing so far. I never thought I'd do anything like this before, but it's been great learning to work with my hands and create some beautiful pieces that are all one of a kind, and just it's gorgeous work.
Now, are you able to incorporate that into your craft as an artist?
Actually, that's a really cool thing. I've been talking about with my boss about that. We might be doing a joint show at one point. It's having a jewelry/art show where we have models done up with all the big, beautiful jewelry and Swarovski mixed among artwork.
Oh, that's very cool. Now, do you have? Did you go to school to study art or anything like that? Is there anything that you've worked on to help you with your craft?
No, I didn't really do any studies in school except for your regular courses in art class through high school. Everything else has basically been self-taught. I've been drawing ever since before I could walk, basically. Okay. So I've always had a pencil in my hand or a paintbrush, and it's always been my passion. But with the digital art over the last, I think probably about 5 years that I've been doing it, I bought the programs and I just sat down for I think 2 or 3 days and taught myself how to use the programs myself, and everything that I've done so far is self-taught.
Now, just a question that I want to ask, because again, you know, as you're spending the time and you're creating these pieces of art and all the different layers, do you feel it any different than as if you were a painter on a canvas with a brush?
No, I don't think there's really any difference to it. I think probably just aesthetic per person. It's your personal choice. Same things that can be achieved. Some people with digital, it can sometimes turn out to look like a poster print, right? Like a movie poster. Not really, not to detract from that work because it's beautiful. But when you want to try to create something like a painting, where you can see the depth and the brush strokes is the same textures as you would get with paint. I think you can achieve all of that together at the same time.
Oh, good. Oh, very cool. Now, do you have you? I think we asked you, but you've got a website right now. Have you got something set up?
Not yet. Right now, it's just my Instagram account at Joshua McPherson Arts, and I'm in the works right now of creating a website to showcase everything.
So we're gonna have to find you on Instagram to find out what's going on there. Okay, that's great. Now, is there anything that's big and coming in the future for you?
Not yet, just planning more artwork, have an ever-expanding portfolio of things, and one thing I want to try to do soon is try my hand at sculpture.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, is there any kind of medium that or textile that you would want to use with sculpture? Like,
not really, but probably I'd like to try anything. Just
because now you have, but now you have 3D printing. So could you could that be manipulated? Could you do something like that?
Possibly. Actually, I had a couple of thoughts with that. Is do a 3D printed canvas work. Okay. So have the image printed, but have it raised up in different layers so that it stands out from the wall. So that's something that I've wanted to try at some point.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Well, you know what? It's really nice to be here, and I'm glad that MP, which is Mark Pellegrino Productions, is putting on these pop-up shows here in downtown Toronto, and I'm glad it was a pleasure to meet you, Josh, and I'm looking forward to seeing new things in the future with you.
Thank you very much. It's great to meet you guys.